Hi everybody, Kerry back again. This workshop is put together for the average ukulele player and those starting off in ukulele. The information pertains to keys used by most clubs and doesn't pertain to obscure keys used by professional players. It's a simple method of learning chords and what to expect in songs and how to create muscle memory for learning basic families, but also understanding that music has no boundaries. There will be songs that defy the rules and sound amazing, but in many incidences you will find these hints invaluable for many players. So we're going to start with C. C is the natural scale in music and it's the most commonly used. That's why there's so many great songs played in C. And if you look at the white notes on the piano, you can see the progression of the notes from middle C to the next octave. So I've got a little keyboard. This is in the paperwork, and I've put the octave there where you can see it. And it runs C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, or Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, Do, which you've all heard of too. So it's best to refresh the key of C so that you get an understanding and then you can move on to the other keys. So first of all, we'll have a look at the family of C, the basic notes, the three basic notes in any key. C, F, G. You need to play that over and over again in any order. C, G, F, C, F, G. So that your hands automatically go the same way each time. It's called muscle memory. So you've got it lodged in your brain. How do we find all these? Okay, so if you look at the picture of the hand in the paperwork, which is the hand, and you or you take your right hand and you number your fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you take your C, which you're going to work with, C, D, E, F, G, and you work out which ones belong in the family. How do we do that? 1, 4, 5. They are your basic chords in any key. C, F, G. Ignore these two. Whoops, I better be careful which way around I do that. Because we're only going to use 1, 4 and 5 for now. Forget about those. 1, 4 and 5. C, F, G. Okay. Maybe you know all those. Get them down pat. Play them in any order. Then what I want you to do is look at another key. So maybe you're going to go, I'll do D. So we start off D on the number 1 finger, thumb. D, E, F, G, A. Still using the 1, 4 and 5, it is D, G and A. There are your three basic chords. So when you want to change key, instead of just going, oh, what's C and what's F and G, and trying to work it out or using a wheel or using something else, you can change C, F and G to 1, 4 and 5. Then just do the hand thing again. I need 1, 4 and 5, so it's D, G and A. Does that make sense? You can use it in A, B, C, D, E, A, D and E. Try G, try F, try some of those and see if you can find those three root chords. All right, so you can have plenty of practice, get them down pat, and when you've got maybe 2 or 3 little families that you know the three root chords to, before you move on to anything else, take a little song like Happy Birthday in C. And learn, everybody knows the words to Happy Birthday. So what you do then is you learn to play without looking at Happy Birthday. So first of all, it's Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you. I only use 2 of the chords, C and G, 1 and 5. Think of them as 1 and 5. Now, you might find that C doesn't suit you, so you want D. So again we go, what was D? D, E, F, G, A. I want 1 and 5. So it's D and A. as long as you think, as long as you remember it's 1, 4 and 5. So keeping that in mind, I've written up Happy Birthday twice. I've numbered them, the chords, and I put the chord in. The second time I've just numbered them so that you can go back then and try and play it in a different key and get used to it. All right, but there's not just 3 chords. We have a minor, and we might be looking for the minor. So if you imagine your hand again, get your 5 fingers, well, we're going to get an extra finger, number 6. Just for today, number 6 finger, your imaginary number 6. So we've got our 1, 4 and 5, C, D, E, F, G. And number 6 is A, because we're going back again to the beginning of the alphabet. C, D, E, F, G, A of the musical alphabet. So your first minor is A minor, because that's number 6 finger, A minor. So if it was in D, it would be a B minor. All you have to do is that the finger thing, 1, 4 and 5 plus 6. And there you have your 4 chords, because there's lots of songs that are played C, A minor, F and G. C, A minor, F and G. And once you learn the words to a song, if that's the rhythm or the routine of the chords, you can play along and not look at your book all the time. You've got that muscle memory, you've got that happening, and you can follow along with the music, or you can change chords. So there's one more little, there's lots of things you can put into families, there's minors, there's sevenths, there's all sorts, but we're just doing basics today. So there's a 4th chord that's often used in a set of notes or chords, and in C, we call it the 4th chord. It's a D, it's number 2 finger. So that is when you go C, D, G, C. And there's a few songs that throw in that 4th chord just to make them more interesting. But that 2nd finger, the D, is also the 2nd minor. So it could be a D or it could be a D minor. They are your basic ones in C. C, F and G, A minor, D and D minor. And if you learn to play those and make up little tunes with them, you've got that basic family. Look, there'll always be other things thrown in from time to time, but those are your basics, and that's what we're learning. So you use those same finger positions if you're looking in other keys. So all you have to do is remember that your key note, the one you start in, the one the song is in, whether it's D, whether it's G, whether it's A, E or F, any of those, starts on the thumb. It's 1, 4 and 5. If it has a minor, it will be number 6 or number 2. If it has a 4th chord, it'll be number 2. That's pretty much it when it comes to families. I think, you know, as long as you get to and practice them and keep them in your head and keep them flowing all the time, your music's going to flow a lot more easily. Once you've mastered that, you probably need to go and do the sharps, flats, semitones and whole tones, because there's a couple of little tricks to this. When you're going to the minors or the 4th chord, it is a whole note. And like in the key of A, you've got A, D and E. So if you're looking for the minor, it won't be F, it'll be F sharp. So you need to do the follow-on little workshop on the sharps, flats and how they fit in. Rather than fill this workshop up, I split it into 2. There is a code at the bottom of this paperwork if you download it, which will let you download the second lot of paperwork for nothing. So make sure you use the code. Happy families, my fellow ukulele players. See you in sharps, flats, semitones and whole tones. Bye now.